We all know the drink that's often associated with luxury and pleasurable experiences. This beverage is typically made from fermented grape juice. And in this week's Behind the Business, we're in downtown Bay St. Louis, where wine shop owner Alan Lagarde keeps busy not only selling fine wines, but also educating people about them too. In the deep old district of Bay St. Louis sits Lagarde's Fine Wine and Spirits on Blaize Avenue. Owner Alan Lagarde says it was only right to bring luxury and pleasurable encounters through fine wines to the Gulf Coast after experiences in larger cities.
When I moved to Dallas, the restaurant that I worked at had an extensive wine cellar, and my position was to curate and to keep up with the inventory. Did that for a little less than 2 years, and then got into retail at a high-end wine store called Marty's.
Lagarde eventually began working for wine import groups, representing multiple national wineries, doing that for roughly 20 years.
Due to a layoff, a reduction in force with COVID, I find myself early 60s, out of work, and I decided to go ahead and retire. In the meantime, I was working at a part-time at a small liquor store here in Bay St. Louis, and they made me the manager after 2 months, and then it was only after I doubled their sales that I said, you know, I can do this. In 2022, I decided to open up my own store, and that's when I signed a lease here in the Depot District.
Lagarde says the Depot District and this building alone were top shelf pick, going for the vintage, high-end look and getting just that inside this 1930s historic space.
Randy, as I had mentioned, growing up here in Bay St. Louis, my parents used to bring us to this very building, C&S Fine Foods. We all called it Carter's grocery store. And if you look at the inside of the store, take note of the post, and then to the left over here is the same post in the store. So this was the old Carter's or C&S's, and that post is the very post that you see in the picture.
After renovations, Lagarde expanded the space to house hundreds of products, which fill store shelves and keep customers coming.
People appreciate the fact that it's not cluttered, although I do have a lot of inventory on the floor. The artwork, the music, which you're not hearing now, the lighting, the oriental rugs, and people do come in and they go, wow.
Now, you kind of said that you've been collecting things over the years since you've been within the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you got here.
Well, a lot of old corkscrews, just a lot of memorabilia from books that I've read. It's hard to see in the case, but the old Wine Spectator was like a newspaper, and now it's more like a glossy magazine.
Every wine brand has its own unique taste and texture, and with Lagarde's long industry experience and knowledge, he tends to suggest the right one every time.
I love to put in people's hands, you know, different wines from different parts of the world. If they want something, fruity, we'll take them to Germany for Riesling or Moscato. If they want something crisp and clean, an Albarino from Spain. South Africa makes some beautiful Sauvignon Blancs. And the gratifying thing for me in the store is that the customers gladly say, yeah, I'll try that. And then usually they come back.
Knowing all of the history when it comes to how it's made, the processing, things like that, what has the response been from your customers being educated on all of this?
They love it. I'm laughing because a customer may come in and say, I want this, and I say, no, you don't want that. But try this.
Now, in addition to having a retail license, Lagarde also has his federal wholesale license and served nearly a dozen restaurants, hotels, and bars in downtown Bay St. Louis, including Long Beach and Diamond Head, Jordan River.